Hello again, this is Clint from Tech Bargains, and today we're going to look at RadarScope, made by Base Velocity. This app is different from other weather apps in that it is solely a radar application. You're not going to be able to find information about temperature, precipitation, humidity, different things like that. This is solely a radar application. That's one of the things I love about this app. I find it extremely useful in watching storms. This is actually mainly made for weather enthusiasts, meteorologists, but I use this obviously, whenever weather's coming by, especially in spring. In Kansas, it's extremely unpredictable, and it's always nice to have an application that you can use to watch the weather and watch what's happening out and around your area. So let's get into this app real quick here. It actually has several different radar types you can choose from. Right now we are on, actually let's move up to base reflectivity here. This kind of shows you usually what you're looking at on the different news channels that you're going to see. You can actually zoom in on it with pinching it and stretching. Shows you the different towns, cities. And of course pinching it gives you a broader map, which you can see all the way out to the United States. This includes Alaska, Guam, and Puerto Rico. So let's zoom back in here. And as you can see, we're watching a storm right now that is past Wichita a couple hours ago. You can click on, if you look here, you'll see the yellow outlines, and these are your severe thunderstorms. There's some different colors also. Let's see if we can find them here. There's green, which will show you flash flood warnings. And you can click on the arrow here and that'll give you more information about the flash flood warning, the expiration date on it, and where it's at, what time it started. And there's also red, which I don't believe we have right now. Oh, yep, there's one right there. So I'll zoom in a little bit, click on it, and that's going to tell us it's a tornado warning. And then of course we can look at it and get the information on it. Okay, let's zoom back out. Okay, so let's show you some of the other options here. On the far left you've got your GPS coordinate, which zooms in on your location and picks the closest radar to you. I'll click off that, and I'll click on the second one. This will actually show you the different radar locations in your area. And if for some reason in your circle here that you can see outlined, if you're not picking up all of the thunderstorm, you can click on a different radar location, and like right there show you some of the other thunderstorms going on in the area. So let's go back to ICT. Down below it gives you a bar, little legend here. Shows you the information that you're looking at here. Let's click on base velocity here. This shows you the wind patterns going away from or towards the radar, and this shows you a little more information in meter per second, how fast it's going away and towards the radar. So green, for instance, is going away from the radar, red is going towards, so it's going in a southerly route. Let's go ahead and click play here, and it's going to show you the video of where the storm is going. Sometimes it's better to view that with the base velocity, or base reflectivity. So, click play, and then you can see it move across here. Just a second. Okay, if we click on this little eye here for information, it gives us our options for the different things we can choose to customize this a little bit. And click on radars, and this shows you all the radars available in North America, the United States. There's actually more than 140 different radars to choose from that you can browse around. And then if we click on favorites, you can actually choose the different radars that you like to view all the time to make it a little easier for you. Under warnings, you can choose, or you get to see the different warnings not only in Kansas, or the location that you're looking at, but also nationwide. And you can go and check those out. Coming down to display, allows you to view the cities, highways, and the warnings, whether you want those on or off. Settings will give you information as far as the data provider. You actually have two options here, NOAA, and IMAP weather. I chose to go with NOAA just because that's raw data from their radars specifically. And then you can click on Spotter Network, and that'll give you information about, let's say you're a spotter, you can actually register yourself on this and get more information. And then you've got Advanced down here, which will show you the auto radar selection. Screen lock, whether you want the screen to stay on when you're in RadarScope, or whether you still want to be able to lock or not. And then expert mode gives you more information on the screen. So click on done here. Like I said, this is an extremely useful application. I've used it several times. With being in Kansas, there's always storms going on, there's always tornado warnings or watches. It's just really easy for you just to click on the RadarScope and to have an instant radar, rather than going to some other weather app and then having to click on maps and then radar, and then whether you want to play the radar or something. This does it automatically. It's just a really great app. Up in the top right, I forgot to mention here, you can also look at your warnings up in the top right, which will show you the same thing under those options we looked under earlier. I want to give this app a 5 out of 5. It's probably the best radar application that I've ever seen. It's the only solely radar app I've ever seen, but as far as looking at like weather.com, IntelliCast, some of the other different applications you can get for the iPhone, this is definitely by far the best that I've seen. And there's not much that's really lacking in this. You get to see pretty much everything you need to see to make sure that you are safe and that you're aware of what's going on around you. So if you like this app and you'd like to see some other apps by Tech Bargains, you can go to www.techbargains.com/reviews. Then you can also go to our web channel at www.youtube.com/user/techbargains. Thank you very much.